now I would like to invite Robert McDermott, who I think is here. There he is. He is the President Emeritus of CIIS and the current chair of the Department of Philosophy and Religion and the graduate program in Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness. He's also the interim Vice President of Development. Among his numerous publications are many works devoted to Rudolf Steiner. And Robert will tell you a bit about the history of CIIS and religion and ecology together. Let's welcome Robert.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you, Elizabeth, for getting us started with the really terrifying, challenging news, but also a great sense of what we're doing together that's positive, and especially thank you for introducing the hopes that we have for Amelia's world in years to come, empowering millions and millions of other children. So I'm grateful to Elizabeth for asking me to speak a little bit about CIIS, PCC, Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness, Mr. Close, and Ecology, Spirituality, Religion. And so in honor of Thomas Berry, I should be talking about story. In honor of the primary CIIS history, I should probably be talking about journey, so I couldn't choose between the two. So I've gone over to another metaphor, namely stream. I'm thinking of two streams. In fact, Elizabeth was hoping I would say something about these streams. One is the CIIS Integral Studies stream that starts with Sri Aurobindo, the great 20th century mystical philosopher, poet, visionary, etc., who with Mary Shaw, the mother, created this great stream of integral spiritual insight. And the next generation of that is Haridas Chaudhuri and his wife Beena, who founded this institution in 1968. A hard year, as you, I hope, are aware of. A very, very hard year, and it has had a hard struggle. A primary graduate school, and now also a undergraduate school, but it's 40% of the schools at the present time are not meeting enrollment and are having a struggle. So we have that history. The next generation after Haridas includes the present generation, which is myself. I came as president in 1990. It includes Richard Tarnas, who founded the program that in which Elizabeth and Brian Swim and Sean Kelly and I all faculty, namely Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness. And so that's, in a certain sense, the host. But as Brian is so good at telling us, that billions of years come with each one of us. So I'm not going to do the billions, but I'm going to do a generation, namely now that you have this one stream with Sri Aurobindo, Haridas Chaudhuri, and us, Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness. The other stream that we're celebrating today and drawing from is the Teilhard de Chardin, Thomas Berry, Mary Evelyn Tucker, John Grimm, Brian Swim, and Elizabeth Allen, a very rich, beautiful, variegated stream. And these two have merged several times. I mean, back in, I was an informal student of Thomas Berry, actually in the 50s, and he officiated our wedding and baptized our children, and I was there, this privileged young person, sort of trotting behind this great prophetic figure. But then however karma works, he went into ecology, I went into Steiner. We weren't as close as we had been, but Brian took my place and went there and became the great collaborator and co-author and joined that Mary Evelyn, John Grimm, Thomas Berry circle. That all came here in 1990 when I came as president. Brian came as faculty. Rick Tarnas created our program. And we then had a weekend celebrating Thomas. We gave him an honorary doctorate, and his work came into this program. Brian and I have taught Thomas and Taylor several times, and we're going to keep doing that. That's really here. And so at the present time, we have a program, Philosophy, Cosmology, and Consciousness, out of which Elizabeth created this new program called Ecology, Spirituality, and Religion, with some of the same evolutionary, visionary, big cosmology strength of philosophy, cosmology, and consciousness, but with a very strong emphasis on spirituality, ecology, and the sort of on the ground, the way Elizabeth was speaking about what are we actually doing, where's the community, and how are we joining our forces. So all of that led to this summit, and the background of which is Mary Evelyn and John, who were always in the background and sometimes in the foreground of everything to do with religion and ecology. And so they came here and taught a course a long time ago, and that in a certain sense planted the spiritual seeds for the ecology, spirituality, and religion. So as you everyone here is enormously in their debt for creating something that we can now join to and advance and in a certain sense live off. And of course, Brian Swim, a dear friend and colleague of Thomas Berry, and a dear friend of Mary Evelyn and John, will be our first speaker today, and Mary Evelyn will be the concluding speaker. And so you see, and they will hold all of us, right, to be getting Alpha Omega of the day, and we'll be in good hands. We'll be informed and inspired